Hello YouTube, this is Farrington Empire. I'm uploading my first video to YouTube here in terms of my new channel. My original channel, of course, was blocked by Google Chrome. I was disheartened and just now got back with it. So I'm going to be doing some Let's Plays and some tutorials here, and I'm going to be focusing, at least initially, primarily on Starmade. I might be uploading some Kerbal Space Program files later. I'm horrible at that game, which should make for some pretty interesting crashes and some pretty horribly botched missions. That being said, Starmade, so exciting. I have had this actually for quite a while now. I've been playing on a private server with a good friend of mine, Lucky. He is not a YouTuber, but he is an avid gamer. And so I really enjoyed playing this game. I figured I'd start uploading some videos in terms of how to build your first ship, how to manage your factions, and just neat Let's Plays. I'm very interested in building large-scale ships, accurate replicas of things, and takes on ships that hopefully you will submit. Hooray! Either way, so I'm going to start off here with just giving you a quick overview of what ships I currently have in my system here, and what I have available to me, and kind of pretty much the state of affairs as of right now. Now, I'm going to hop into build mode just because it allows me to get around a little bit quicker. So, first of all, my first ship that I built here is, I suppose I should talk about what Starmade is. Starmade is Minecraft in space, is what a lot of people are calling it. I would agree, but it's so much more than that. It's a fractal. A fractal is going to look like Minecraft no matter what you do. The engines are completely different. Not only do you get to build things, but you get to drive them around and search for utilities and search for minerals and so forth that you can refine and sell and make money and all sorts of wonderful things. So in order to create mine those much needed what am I bumping into? Quiet you, we'll get to you. In order to mine everything that you need to create these ships, you need to have a harvester. So that's where I'm going to start. My first ship was hideous. It was basically a flying rectangle, but it got the job done, and it would fend off pirates, of which we might bump into during this video. So this... Stop it. I created this harvester as my second ship. It's extremely efficient. I have engines here stacked up in the back, some Plex storage, my salvage computer, and my core. Pretty basic. I wedged a faction module somewhere in here just because once I started messing around with factions, I had to add one. It's probably where this block is missing on the side. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Either way, as you can see, there is one long salvage cannon here, and then they're all just honeycombed out from the center, and I've got my second cockpit up here so I can have a better view of what I'm doing. Now, as I discovered with salvage cannons here, it does not matter if you put them into a block, much like antimatter cannons do. If you do not know what I'm talking about, I'll be uploading some videos here in just a couple of days. With some quick building tutorials, just getting started stuff. It does not matter if you stack these, purely matters off of length in terms of speed of harvesting. So as you can see, they all kind of taper down towards the outside. The center is the most powerful, and it tapers down to the edges from there. As you can see, it's really very basic. It looks generally like a bike horn. It's pretty, or possibly an egg beater. Either way, gets the job done. It's absolutely fantastic, though. I really adore this thing. It's gotten to me. It's helped me out quite a bit, and even to date, I still use it. After that, I went on to build my third ship. Like I said, I don't have my first ship. I hated it so much I deleted it. My second ship here, third ship rather, is called the Hive. Now this is an odd way of looking at it because it's currently docked. So So for the interest of time, I will not undock it. I will just hop back in this core here and let you look at it in the proper orientation. So, this is the Hive. It was the first ship that I designed where I really wanted aesthetics to be a part of it. I wanted it to look good as well as being functional. The whole thing is made out of regular black hull with hardened black hull angled pieces on the outside to kind of act as a jacket for the interest of money. As you can see, I kind of have these ridges here, which is all hardened hull. I figured that would add a little bit of protection as well as, it just looks kind of cool. In terms of the profile on the front, I kind of picked just an interesting shape. It's drawn a little bit from actual nautical ships. And as you can see here, I have my large missile array here, which is the targeting heat-seeking. It is called SDBB. So these are the ones that actually will target what you're aiming at. They're not the heat-seeking ones that will attack you if you're not careful, and they're not the ones that just go straight. Over here, I have these are my antimatter cannons. This is all one large cannon that runs the length of the ship, and this is the one box that it comes out of when I'm getting ready to shoot here. In terms of this missile array here, they're all stacked. You can't quite see it, but they're all stacked in here, well, behind the power and so forth. And they're also impeccably long. They are the length of this ship. They go all the way back to roundabouts here. In terms of in these intakes here, that's just shields currently with some ice crystal. I stuffed shields wherever it would fit. I did the same thing with power and with battery packs. This is my first attempt at kind of learning how to stack these. I'll have some videos up later. I've refined the design a little bit so you can get the most power, best bang for buck, and I'll be releasing that in a bit as well. Up here I have my bridge. Pardon the throat clearing. I have allergies that are kind of flaring up. This is my bridge down in there, hooray, with my faction module, my core, and all of the battery packs in there, as well as weapons, computers, blah, 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 blah. Plex doors so I can get in and out. I have these cool little louvers in the back here, which is just part of the engine, presumably with some Plex beacons back here just for interest. Red Plex light, I like how it kind of gives off a yellow light. I think that's kind of interesting. And yeah, the back here is open. I had a craft that would dock inside with repair beams on it. That was extremely helpful, really fantastic. And yeah, because you can't piggyback dock quite yet, I can't have a ship docked here, and I can't dock it to my space station, of which I'll cover in a moment. Yeah, so that I have since deleted. Actually, I believe I put a Bobby AI on it to chase down pirates because it also had some antimatter cannons on there, and I think it got destroyed, so meh. I've got it saved in the catalog so I can buy another one if I need it. And then here's the inside of the bridge. Moving on. Next ship. Interest of time. So over here, oh god, make everyone sick. This right here is what we call the Titan Cronus. For any of you who know Greek mythology, that is Zeus's father. I was intending for this to be massive, but what I ended up with was a cruiser. I wanted this to be massive, and what I ended up with was a Corvette. So as I learn more about the game and as I play, the ships just get bigger and bigger, and here pretty soon I'll be creating a very large carrier, is what my plan is. So I'm creating my own fleet here, part of the Farrington Empire, and I wanted to keep cues from the Hive that I built. Of course, make them all look coherent and part of a group. So you can see I have a double hull down here with the same kind of cutaway relief look, as well as same profile and same red louvers. This guy is, even though it's not that large, it's still massive. This thing is huge. It's a lot of fun to fly. It's a lot of fun to play with. I've gotten in a couple of tussles with some pirates and pirate bases, as you can see here, during the building process. And it's not quite finished, as you can see here. I can give you a tour of the inside of this later on. I have the bridge up here if you want to take a quick peek inside. large bridge. That's a lift in the back. You can't have Plex lifts, so I have gravity modules on each floor. So you can use the anti-gravity to kind of cruise up and down through the levels. Down here we have crew quarters. These are each bedrooms. This one is missing glass, I see. So let's just cruise inside. Let's take a look. So here's Plex doors leading back into the main corridor. There's a bed here. And some Plex lights as well. It's really pretty cookie cutter and basic. And then down below I have all sorts of other things. Over here I have 2 hangars which house a small interceptor. It's really pretty hideous. I'm probably going to redesign it, but just to put something in there, there it is. Over here I have 2 large engines on either side with some intanks. Pardon me. First mate and captains. Where are you going? Where are you going? Stop that. I was holding shift. It's an alpha. Bugs abound. So back here we have dining quarters. Good lord, I am having trouble today. Dining quarters here for the captain and first mate, and dining quarters down below. All of this back in here is currently hollow, and these are the engines on the back. I'm going to be changing this. This is presently lava. I like the color and I like the glow that is given off from it. But most likely these top 4 engines here will end up being blue. I'll probably leave these 2 circular ones yellow. I may build this out a little bit in the back. I'm not entirely sure yet. Sadly, the backs of my ships are usually the last to be designed, and they're kind of an afterthought. So for the carrier, that will be the first thing I design. Also, as you saw on the front where all that space was, that will be getting filled. This blue area up top will be full of weapons, and it'll look pretty fantastic when I'm done with it. This thing already looks pretty frightening, pretty terrifying. Like I said, this is going to be full of antimatter cannons and probably some missiles up off the front, hence why they're in my inventory. Yeah, so I'm going to probably do some work on this later tonight. I might film that and throw it up later so you can see me building. That'll probably just have either some music or some post-commentary over that. Fantastic. Now, to show you Lucky's ships. He is not proud of this guy here. This was his first large build. It's kind of ugly, as well it should be. My first one was so hideous, I destroyed it. But, you know, when you're learning what does what and you're learning how to manage, this is actually pretty good. He's got 9 turrets on here, some really formidable cannons. Back before the update when you could destroy a planet with missiles, this guy here could do a fine job of that, as well as the Hive could too, but they've turned the damage down on that, which is a little bit of a bummer, but at the same time, I understand why, and I approve. So, yeah. So here's his first one. He calls this the Houndstooth. It's kind of a large crescent shape, a little indicative of almost a Klingon type ship. It's pretty interesting. In the back here, he's got these thrusters. It's red Plex light, but they give off a really cool yellow glow, as well as some Plex beacons. That might actually just be a rogue sprite. Nope, Plex beacon there. Yep, right off the middle of the back. Yeah, so there's that. Now over here, I'm going to get slaughtered for this, and so I apologize, YouTubers. I played the original StarCraft when it first came out, and I do not remember the name of this. I haven't played it since I was very young. For a lot of you, that StarCraft came out before you even knew how to play computer games. So this right here, he's calling the Hammerhead. It's going to be taking cues from that original StarCraft ship, where you have the long fuselage and then the hammerhead type front here on there. He's currently working on the guns. He's not online at present, but he was working last night, and he sent me a text. I was actually recording a video last night. Sadly, it did not work, but it was pretty entertaining. He texted me during my recording and let me know that he had gone to the trouble of filling all of this in with antimatter cannons, of which he's still working on, as you can see here, and he had forgotten to attach them to his weapons computer. which was pretty hysterical. Funny enough, that's him calling me. Sorry about that. But so always make sure you connect your weapon systems to your computer. I've done. Oh, I wanted that to be smooth and cool. Fail and oh wow, that's embarrassing. Am I gonna re-record that? Nah. It is what it is. Yeah. So he's got his bridge up here. It's gonna be. It's pretty. It's tight, but it's tidy. I really enjoy it. He's pretty good at designing interiors. They're tight, they're cramped, but for some odd reason, it just feels right. It's a neat organization of floors and so forth. So he's got louvers on the side there, which are really cool. He's got an engine room on one side. I'm not in. Well, I can get into build mode and show you his engine room. That's what I'll do. So here into build mode, a little bit quieter. This side is not the engine room. If we fly through the center, to the other side, he has this glass here. He's going to create some computer systems here. It looks like he's got a captain's chair to monitor the computer system. He's got his Plex doors here, and he's sealed his engines in with glass just to kind of make it look kind of neat. However, you can still get inside to service these power cores. I'll be doing some tutorials on these power core setups. Him and I both left these kind of simple because we enjoy the appearance of them. You can fill these things in, so it basically makes a giant cube. If you're making a Borg cube, that's absolutely fantastic. But let's celebrate the design of it, and let it be that kind of interesting shape. Is my take on it. So down here, he's got some Plex doors. These all go around. Here's the stairwell up. Here's his core, his faction module, weapons, computers, that sort of thing. If you continue up here. You come here, you come up around the corner, and you go up here. This is where his bridge is with some other, he's got a little access thing on the roof. So if you go back down through here, this is his bridge. This is one of his cockpits, as well as another one right up front here, which gives him a good view of the front of his ship. He's got wing stations, which I thought was pretty interesting. I used to work on a boat, so I enjoy that. He's got little, yeah, captain's wing stations. So that's pretty fantastic. Yeah, and it's really coming along. It really does look It really does look wonderful. I'm excited about it. As for the space station, it's really pretty basic. What I did for this guy here. Is wanted to create kind of a biome on the inside. It's a tree. That's my biome. Take it or leave it. I've got these rooms off to the side with power, shields, all sorts of things to protect the space station. Now, at present, I don't think it really does anything. I don't think the space station needs to be protected. I can't remember if they allow damage to take place or not. But in the future, if they do, hooray, we're prepared. Down here, stop that. Down here, I got a Plex lift going straight down. Good lord, I'm having trouble with controls today. Down this wing here, this is where my harvester is docked. That's actually where that guy gets docked, typically. Why are we jiggling? My space station is hyper. That is very interesting. But this is where my ship is docked over here, the Hive. I'll probably end up docking this guy here there after a while and move the Hive down below to this third docking station. All of these will probably be improved over time, if not completely nixed. I really want to build a space station on a planet. I've seen a couple people doing it on YouTube, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I just upgraded my system, so I will be able to do that without my computer wanting to cry and quitting on me. Yeah, but so this is the state of the Farrington Empire at present. I've got a couple Isanth, however you want to pronounce it, things here. They're just kind of patrolling and keeping everything safe from pirates as we are sometimes paused for a prolonged period of time as we're working and we just need a break to rest our eyes and so forth. So yeah, that's Farrington Empire. Please stay tuned for some future videos I'm excited to start posting on a regular basis. I'm going to try, at first at least, to get a video up at least once a week. It may be a little more intermittent just right at the top here until I can really nail down a schedule for myself. But I'm going to be focusing heavily on Starmade. It's going to be really fantastic. I'm excited to start doing some ships, start getting interest from you guys. I want to know what you want me to build. I love doing representations of things. I love taking, an homage of something. Let's blend two ships together. If you like one aspect of one ship and an aspect of another ship, let's do it. I'd love to have some really accurate ships. I wouldn't even mind having some that don't really fight or are that powerful. They just look cool and you can fly them. I'm down for all that. So either way, please keep posted. Let me know. Please like and comment in the post below. Give me some ideas for some ships. I'm sorry it's my first upload here on this channel, so it's a little rough. This will get more streamlined and I will ramble less. That's a lie. I can't guarantee that. Either way, this is Farrington Empire. Keep it real. I'll see you guys soon, and happy star mating. If that's not mating, don't star mate, just star made. Yeah. I can't give you those 2 seconds of your life back. I'm really sorry. It's a bad joke. Anyway, we'll see you around, YouTubers. Have a good one, and please post and like in the comments and let me know what you think. We'll talk to you later. Bye.